Welcome back, fellow gamers. I want to talk to you today about the latest legendary creatures that are going to be slotting themselves into the Commander format via Aether Revolt. So now that we got the full spoiler list that dropped yesterday, I want to go back and look at these 5 legendary creatures and see what their implications could be. One, as possible legendary creatures that will pilot a Commander deck or slot into the 1 of 99. So let's jump right into it. But first, we'll start off with SRAM. So SRAM I talked about when he was first spoiled earlier in the week, and my opinion really hasn't changed. I think he's an exciting card. I think he's a build around me card. Now, I did mistakenly say he would fit into a Xur deck. That was a mistake. I, for some reason, thought my mind, I don't know, I misremembered is what it was. The fact that he doesn't benefit, Xur that is, from cards coming out of the graveyard. That's not his ability. I thought he pulled cards out of the graveyard. I don't know. I've played with Xur before. I don't know why I thought that. But thank you for pointing me straight with that comment right there, letting me know that I was in the wrong. And what I have done, though, is I reevaluated SRAM, and definitely he's most exciting, I think, as a commander. Building around him, going Voltron style, straight into the enemy with enchantments and equipment, just making the most out of his ability, getting cards into your hand. It's exciting. I'm really excited. I've got a deck list that I'm half done with. I'm really excited to share it with you. Hopefully I'll have that ready ASAP so I can put that up on the channel. Now next up is Brawl, Chief of Compliance. I like Brawl. Now I don't like the fact that Brawl's quite the mean guy, you know, killed Chandra's father, but I do like the card. I do like the way the layout of the card is, and I can think of a few commanders that would really like his ability where you're reducing cost, but not that you're providing benefit with a counterspell ability that lets you filter your hand out. So you draw a card and then discard a card from playing a counterspell. The one thing about that though is if you're taking advantage, if you're going to take advantage of a second ability, you need to be playing a lot of counterspells. Counterspells by nature in Commander with certain groups, especially casual groups, they're not seen as fun. Even though I think they're fun. I've played an Urtai deck where it was pretty much centered around countering stuff, and it got me hated off the board every time I played them. That's what's going to happen with you if you play a lot of counterspells in the casual environment. Now, if you're playing competitive, you want to try this out competitively, I say play as many counterspells as you want, because competitive, you need to win. Now, next up is Yeni. Now, if I have mispronounced the name, let me know in the comments books. I've tried multiple different pronunciations, and that Yeni seems like it fits better than most. Regardless, I'm really excited that we got this type of card, not only because it's a legendary Aetherborn, and I love the Aetherborn. They're one of my favorite races. They've quickly ascended to such a amazing, I love the flavor behind them. I love the way they look too. They kind of look like the Protoss from StarCraft. Now don't shoot me for saying that, but that's my opinion. But regardless, I like the abilities on this card. So one of the things that I like is that you can play a Wrath. So you play a Wrath of God, play Damnation, and then sacrifice one of your other creatures to make your legendary indestructible. Not only that, if you're using this as a commander, so you're general of the deck, you're then attacking with a clear board, and if there's a lot of creatures on the table, you can pretty much kill somebody in one shot after a really good Wrath. Now the problem here is, if you're playing one-on-one, that's not a problem, but if you're playing a multiplayer game, you've got quite a few people on the board, you can only really kill one, so you need to find a way in attacking multiple players in a turn or before anybody else gets their turn to start eliminating people, because once you get this person up to a high count, you're definitely a target. And while Yeni has built-in indestructibility that you can take advantage of, you know, you're still susceptible to exiles, bouncing cards, and a lot of different other things that could happen. But I do find this creature interesting as a general. Not so much in the 1 in 99. I could see some advantage, but I would rather just play her as her main staple. And obviously I said, you know, play a Wrath of God. Her being mono black does limit you. You can't play those white board wipes or any other board wipes from different colors unless you did put her in the 1 in 99. So it's kind of a weird spot to be in, but thankfully black has a lot of removal. Karizev. I like this card a lot. I really like Karizev, mainly because she makes a monkey token when you attack with her. That in itself is great. Having like a monkey jump right off the shoulder at something is amazing flavor. I like the way this card's designed. It provides me with a pretty good laugh. The main problem, I don't think I'll ever play her. Definitely not in 1 of 99. I can't really see a good method or her unslotting another card that would go into a different strategy. As a legendary creature, obviously she can be your general. I don't know if I would put her as a general. I don't know what kind of strategy I would use. Because, you know, she does have menace, she does have first strike, but more than that, besides making an awesome token, I don't know if that's a good enough reason to justify making a deck. You can make her Voltron, which I think is the whole point, but you're making her Voltron, you'll need a lot of extra spells and a lot of buffs. In red, there's a lot of other generals that I would rather use instead, but hey, you know, if you're looking to have fun and you want some good laughs with a monkey, I think this is one of the better cards to use as a laugh deck. Now, Richcar is the last legendary creature for us to have a look at from this set. I like Richcar. I like the possibilities. The thing with that, though, is he's mono green. He fits into a cycle, so obviously he's going to be a mono-colored legendary. The thing is that his ability is great. If you pair it with a card like Avengers Zendikar, drop your land, you then have a lot of extra mana producers all of a sudden. You can ramp fairly easily. I don't know if him being your commander really helps you out any more than if you were to play commanders that were multicolored and that could take advantage of giving out 1/1 counters as opposed to, you know, having this strategy where you're tied into mono green. I could think of a lot of other generals I would want to use mono green on that could help ramp. You look at all the cards that gave benefits for 1/1 counters in the Khans of Tarkir block, and there's obviously more than just what appeared in the Khans of Tarkir block, but taking advantage of other colors like white that is a token heavy color. You can do a lot more plays with multicolored than just having this, and his first ability is, you know, just when he enters the battlefield. So unless you have blink abilities, you're relying on other cards to give out +1/+1 counters. So I, again, would put this in the 1 of 99. I think he does have a great place there to really take advantage of other cards that give out +1/+1 counters in other colors. But that's my opinion. I would love to know what your opinion is of these legendary creatures. Let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, if you'd like to check out some of my other videos, you can do that right over here. And if you'd like to subscribe, which greatly helps the channel out, you can do that right over here. It lets you know when we go live during our live streams or when we upload new videos just like this one. I'd like to thank you for making me a part of your day. And until next time, good gaming.